Bunker, your one-stop shop for B-Bender guitar-related lesson videos. And this, of course, will be part 2 of the Working Man Bender trilogy. And boy, is this one bendy, I gotta say. And that's on purpose. That last part 1 had some non-bender parts. I thought, let's just go all bender all the time, because after all, we are the Bender Bunker. So I did go ahead and submit this lesson ahead of time to the BRB. And that's the Bender Review Board, if you don't know. And they came back with the rating I suspected, GB, for gratuitous bending. So this is bending all over the place here for part 2. I'll play it real quick in isolation. And like I say, it's all bending all the time on Working Man Bender Part 2. And if that sounds good for you, you're set, you're geared up, you've got your bender oiled and ready to go. Meet me on the other side of the fade, because we're going to get right to it here. The first part we're going to learn is this. Not too bad, trust me. I'm going to walk you right through it. And this is an A, like all the parts of the trilogy are. So we're going to start off kind of in an A7 situation, or at least the top 2 strings of it. So what I mean by that is going to be your ring finger on the high E 9th, and 1 string down, B string with your index on the 8th for these 2 notes. So once you got those covered, we're going to do a triplet picking. And I'm going to start, but in this top 2 strings is what I mean in this situation. I'm down picking, starting with the B string. And as I down pick, I'm taking the bender all the way up. I now up pick those 2 while I'm at the top of that bend, and then I down pick to bring the bender down. It's got to be crisp and clean, and make sure you get that bender all the way down when you're done, because we're going to need all the bending we can get when we go to the next section. So make sure you bring it all the way back down. So there you go, it's just that triplet picking, bender up, bender down, and then we go down with our index finger to the high E5th, cover the top 2. Once we get there, we down pick the top 2 strings, starting with the B string and taking the bender all the way up. Okay, once we get there, we've got the bender still engaged. We're going to do a dead note on the high E. I'm going to take my index finger off, do the open B string, letting the bender down, and then I'm going to end up on the 3rd string, 2nd fret with my index finger. It's going to look like this. All right, from the top. Now for that dead note, notice how my ring finger's just kind of hanging out there. It easily drapes over the high E there to give me that dead percussive sound. And then that allows me time to take my index finger off the B string for the open with the bender down. And then ending up there with the index finger, 3rd string, 2nd fret to end that phrase. That's just the way I like to play it. I like the percussiveness of it. If that's giving you trouble or it's not working for your particular ear, what you could do is take it up on those top 2 on the 5th. And just take your finger off, starting with the high E, and play the high E and the B open, letting the bender down, no dead note involved. That'd be more like this, instead of. Try it both ways, see which works for you. So here we are. 3rd string, 2nd fret with the index. Let's take the index finger up and over 1. So B string 3rd. And when we get there, hit that note, take the bender all the way up. And when you get to the top of that bender, it's going to be high E5th with your little. So now we've got those 2 notes ringing, the bender fully engaged. Let's go ahead and take the fingers off. And then high E string first, open, and then the B string open, letting the bender down. Still ringing now. We've come down off the bender, the 2 strings are still ringing, so we can do this. Once you get the bender back down and the strings are ringing open, you've got your thumb right there. Go ahead and just do that. That's going to allow the bender to go fully extended and come back about as fast as it can. I'm just doing 1 with my thumb, and the springs bringing the bender back. So all together. Okay, so we just done that. We've got the strings ringing open there. We got to go to this part. All right. To do that, we're actually going to go back to where we started the party. So our index finger's sliding back up to the B string 8th fret. And when I get there, bender's fully engaged. I'm sliding and engaging the bender so that when I hit that target 8th fret B string, the bender's fully engaged. All right, bender's engaged. Now what I'm doing is that other note we started this lesson with, my ring finger back to the high E 9th, going back to the B string, which is still covered by your index finger and the bender engaged. Now I'm going to the high E open. Now I'm going back to the index finger so I can let the bender down. That's the rhythm you're looking for. Coming out of that part. Okay. Now that you know that picking pattern, we're going to use it again. We're going to take our index finger back down to kind of where we had it before, B string 3rd fret. Hit that, take it all the way up with the bender, then high E again with our little finger on the 5th. Back to the still bent B with our index finger. And what we did before, high E open, and then back to the B string to let it down. So it's really the exact same picking pattern we just did up here, but it's back down in that position. So we're up here. And this would probably be a good time to just kind of work those two positions together to get the rhythm right and smooth. All right. Now, we just finished that last sequence. I've still got my index finger there on the B string 3rd. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change position on my hand. I'm going to drop down so that my ring finger's on the high E 3rd. So that's going to be my target note now, ring finger, high E 3rd. What that also does is allow my other fingers to kind of fall over the strings on top of it so I can... So I'm going to need to get some dead notes. It's a dead note triplet down. And when I get to the bottom of it, I'm going to uppick that high E, and that's when I'm going to activate that 3rd fret on the high E with my ring finger. And once I do that, then I'm just going to take it down on the high E. 2nd fret with my middle. Open. I've got the bender engaged. We'll go over that in a second. On the high, on the B, the B's going to be open. And then end up where we have been ending up, 3rd string, 2nd fret with my index. So again, when you're doing that, when you've got that high E 3rd fret ready to go and you're deadening the other strings, and I'm doing that first down pick of the triplet dead to come back up to start the high E 3rd, that's my message to myself to engage the bender. The bender's following the dead pick down that starts that sequence, so it can be ready to go, and I'll have it for the open B string I need to come back on. See the bender? Friends, is all the crazy bending parts to Working Man Bender Part 2. Let's play them in context with the rhythm real quick, because I think it's going to make a lot more sense when we play them at the right tempo and with the backing track. So here we go. started with just doing the first half for a while, then I did the second half in isolation and put it all together for you there at the end. Hopefully it made sense in the context of the backing track. And that's it. That is all the crazy bending parts. So much to work on there in such a short amount of time. I hope it wasn't too fast, but again, just take that little rewind wheel on the screen and watch it again. That's what I do when I learn these things. And that's all kinds of parts there. And again, the purpose of this, like all the Bender Bunker videos, is just to kind of give you a lot of different Bender parts to work with so you can take the parts you like and make them your own, bastardize them out, and make it something completely different. This just kind of give you some ideas on the starting point, and I hope it works out for you. And that's all we've got for you. This is the part where I usually tell you, if you enjoyed any part of this, hit that like button while you're thinking about it. If you want to share this with another B-Bender player that doesn't know about us yet, I'd encourage you to hit the share button now. And if this is your first time in the bunker and you don't want to miss the chaos that comes next, or part 3 of this trilogy, go ahead and hit that subscribe button while you're thinking about it. That way you can just be done with it, and you'll know when the next part comes up, which will be in the next week or two. Not too bad. And if you enjoy this B-Bender stuff, again, at the end of this video, you'll see the big pint glass that'll encourage you to subscribe yet again. There'll be a little direct link to a playlist that contains all of our B-Bender videos that we've ever published here in the Bender Bunker in one convenient playlist, so enjoy that. All right, that's all I've got. Going to end as I always do with our motto. Say it with me if you know it. It is never too late to go on a bender, and I hope you do. I'm going to get on out of here. I'll play that lick one more time in the backing track. Go work on number 3. We got to end on a high note. I'm going to go try and come up with something special for the end of the trilogy. What do we call it? The Bender Strikes Back, Return of the B-Bender. We'll figure it out. All right, my friends, be good. And as always, keep it bent.